The veil's so thin we can go in and out. Like seeing the little gnomes today, and children, my children, seeing, it was like, I saw a pixie, I saw a pixie, I saw it over there, it was over, this, we all hope for that magic moment. And why do we? It's because we know it's real. And how do we know it's real? It's because we've lived it at some point. And we've gotten so far. That's what's sad about our culture. We've got so caught up in the mechanized, mechanical, bye-bye, sell, climb the top, be the best, in the social newspapers, magazines, whatever it is. Be somebody. And we are extensions of the holy. So if we are, then we can set ourselves aside from thinking we're separate from that. And it'll bleed right through. It'll come right out like a scared animal that learns to trust you, that you can feed. And all we have to do is tell it that we're not afraid to be what we were meant to be. And we can work together. And that's something people don't do with their souls. They separate it. They compartmentalize it. They only use it for when they think they're praying. And you can't live without it working 24/7 forever until you don't take a breath. So that's how we can find this interaction. You could ask permission. Can you come with me? Can you tell me when there's danger? I'm just going to go about phone bumbling through life. But if there's something out here I should pay attention to, let me know. Show me a sign. I always say that. Show me a sign strong enough that'll get me to stop my plan and do your plan. And I think part of that's the magic. And that's that piece I want to be able to give everybody. I want to be able to share that, because the legacy of elders, of my elders, I hear it when I speak. I hear what they said to me with my words. But the teaching, it's there. And little phrases are theirs. But mostly, it's how I've interpreted it and applied it. And I'm looking out from my core, my soul, through it. And I see things that are different, like watching someone's energy and knowing when it's flagging. Watching the babies when they fight, they don't want to go to sleep. And you see their energy is like, no, I'm not going to go to sleep. They fight. We fight allowing our soul to move us. And, I can't go and back in history, but I did ask a nun that was a gone beyond nun, what does it mean to devote your life to a belief in a man? You're married to Christ. What does that mean? Because I could see there was faith and there was devotion and there was a little bit of naughtiness in this nun. She made these little goddesses out of clay, the little shape of a goddess. And she put like 20 in a bag, 28 in a bag, and then she'd sell those, and we were to go around and plant them as goddesses, dropping seeds of the goddess everywhere. I loved her idea. I go, wait a minute, you're a nun. What's with the goddess thing? And she said, doesn't matter what we call it. I'm married to a belief, and that belief is mine. And my devotion is mine. And so from that, I enjoyed our friendship. Because she was a potter. That was her thing. She liked clay, work with the mother. and also the way in which that she applied it in an esoteric way. And at 16, she was raped out in the field of doing the Stations of the Cross at this place. They were all outside. And she says it was the weirdest thing because everybody got all upset except for her. Because when it was happening, she told the man something that she didn't even understand what it meant. She said, I told him, I think our karma is done. And he ran. And so I know that when we have faith, I mean, I have lots of stories like that, but if we have faith, we don't get caught in the trauma. It's like breathing with the deer. It's like cutting the deer's throat so it doesn't suffer anymore. Very hard to do, but knowing it's the kindest thing to do because it's never going to get up. It's never going to get up again and run. And just difficult things sometimes we have to do. Bury your first child and not understand what was that about? Why did that happen? Why do men go to war? Why are we sending our young men, fathers of the future, to war? Doesn't make sense to me, because life has sacrifices, and if we don't want that, then we need to give our blood to the earth, because when we give blood to the earth, it doesn't kill us, because we can create it. That's how powerful a woman is. So in all of the things that we do in our life, the most important, I find, after I had my plan that I failed beautifully at, is to follow this internal voice that says, find out what your original trade route is.